welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Wham! Yes, folks, Nevermind the Furthermore. Your 3 times a week. Should say thrice a week. Oh, that's nice. Thrice a week. Always workshop, folks. Thrice a week. Home away from home, where all you wonderful folks can talk about your accountability, find great authors, artists, and creatives, and connect for the merriment of all. Is this the one I'm looking for? No, it is not. Thank you. Now, before we get in, I got some bills to pay. And first and foremost, never mind the Furthermore, like all the programs both on the Nicholas Tockert Network and the Historical Fencing Guild, for those of you following, are brought to you by the IndieCD.org. Yes, IndieCD.org. Your one-stop shop for the greatest in creatives, artists, authors, game designers, musicians. I know I need to reach out to a few of you good folks once I have money, which I may be getting a little bit of in the near future, which I will talk about as part of accountability, but not to jump ahead, because, whoa, there was some papers that were fortunately blank. Remember, we're made possible by sales of the simple sword, the fighting axe, and the simple spear. We're also made possible by sales of the Big Snoppy Robots Core rulebook. And, guys, you know, I've got a couple novellas out there. Yeah, and they're good. Sci-fi novellas, full of action, adventure, horror, and other exciting elements. And some of them are in the Big Snoppy Robots universe. Yes, folks. We're also brought to you by Eyes to the Sky, the story of one man's horrifying encounter during the war everyone would like to forget, and his lifelong vigil to make sure it never happens again. A little bit of wartime camaraderie, inhuman terrors from outer space, and a near Ahab-like dedication to vengeance. Yeah, it's a good book. You should read it. Now, all that aside, I also want to remind you, over at bit.ly/JBTechX, Joe Bachman is over there making some amazing apps, guys, including the Big Snoppy Robots Quick Play app, which is an assistant to go with the game. He's also made some amazing construction apps, and guys, something is coming. I call that Megan Fox face. Anybody who watched Transformers who is of an age, there's a scene where Megan Fox is opening the hood on a car. And I did went, oh. Now, mind you, I was looking at the car more than her, but dang. I looked down and every guy had the exact same expression both ways. I went, uh-huh. That's a bit iconic. So, great things are coming. And I can't tell you about them till they're done. But I lay hints when I can. And friends, stuff is coming. So, with all that aside, let us get into my accountability. Now, usually on Wednesdays, I don't have a lot of accountability. I mean, there's only so much I could do between Monday and Wednesday. But friends, and fiends, I do have some accountability. I got upgrades done for my rapier design. I got a whole bunch of other stuff done for the Historical Fencing Guild, which, dear friends, who are Patreon good folks who care to my Patreon link. My Patreon link is not in my things. I have everybody else's links, but I don't have mine. That's okay. Guys, I got great stuff coming. And those who are on the Historical Fencing Guild Patreon will know. Yes, you will know what I am bringing to the table soon. A whole bunch of videos. And they got an early crack at videos that will be releasing to the public Friday. And I may have some more. Ooh, what? More videos in the work? Oh yes. Let's let that little fish get in there. So I've got some stuff done. I also have been working on converting my Microlight old school RPG, which, to those few great folks who have acquired it from me, know the original version is one side of one page in condensed Nikis. Well, I'm expanding it out. Same basic rule set, a few minor tweaks of the old school version. And I will be putting that as a low-cost RPG alternative to things put out by certain sorcerers, at the beach. With my 100% guarantee, Pinkerton-free guarantee. That means if you buy my products, I will not send the Pinkertons as a mercenary force to seize them back. You get that from me. Now, that's not a little salty. That's okay. Also, the Hybrids is back available on Fund My Comic. So that is fundmycomic.com. That's Luke Stone's outfit over there. And with secret code, let's stop flipping the secret code and bring it up. Beta 2023. You can get there and get that. Now my fantasy RPGs are all mine, so that's going to go through Amazon for the time being. I'm keeping my comic tie-ins separate from my personal works for now. But when you're writing, especially for Amazon, one thing you have to look at when you're doing small projects, which I tend to do, is what the minimum page size is. It's just like in high school. You need to have the minimum page format. And once I get past that in anything I'm working on, I find it relaxes me quite a bit. Because then I know I don't have to worry about that anymore, and I can just keep trucking through. Now, hopefully, I have the formatting such that it will not trigger any of the nightmarish gobbledygook that I have to deal with when I deal with the RPG, with the formatting for Amazon. I hope. We shall see. And basically, it's very strange for me to be taking objects written in proper Nikis and making them legible for the world. Heaven help anyone who ever tries to read through my notes. You almost need a decryption squad for it. But I am 3.5 images through a 10 image project that I need done by the end of next month for RPG night. So that's clicking away nicely. That is volunteer work of an epic scale, because I believe anything that brings kids into gaming is a wonderful thing, because it does some great things. If you are a gamer, you are in somebody's basement most of the time, or somebody's living room. You're analog playing. You're not getting into trouble. If you play Magic, you're not getting in trouble, and you have no money, because your drug of choice becomes cardboard. So, I encourage that too. I do not currently make a card game currently. Yes. That is it. That is something I'm contemplating, of course, because I need another iron in my fire. But right now I'm juggling enough. So, good things are coming down that particular run. I'm really looking forward to doing Alex's character up, because I know they'll get a big kick out of it, but I'm doing them in order so I don't lose any. And then I'll probably have additionals down the line, but we shall see. I have a great group of young gamers, and when I get them down to about 8 to 10 to a table, it's really manageable and I can do it easily. When it was 16, it was a bit much. 16 teens and children trying to run a game and keep everybody in. That's asking a lot even for me. But I enjoy doing it. Now, coming up, I want to say next Tuesday is the beginning of summer reading at Benton County Public Library. Need to verify with Amanda Tockert, which she has told me and my brain has forgotten. I will be doing my annual paid, art commission there to do portraits for the kids on site, speed mode, for all the kids that show up. They sit down, they tell me how they want me to draw them, and I basically bang it out. It's a whole lot of work. I will be very sore afterwards, because that's a lot to ask on my wrists, but I got to do it because the kids love it and I get paid, and I really need the money this time of year. So that is in the works. I will also be doing a Big Stompy Robots program. Yay, proxies. I want June 13th over at Benton County Public Library at 2:00. While it is geared towards kids and getting them started, I have no problem with adults who want to do some tactics gaming showing up. Just clear it all with Rick Tockert, the children's librarian. If that name sounds familiar, that's my youngest brother. My middle brother does something that involves making money, so he is not a librarian. That being said, this is a big, busy time for me. It's an exciting time, but it is a lot. Fair warning to everybody in the central Indiana region especially, we are going to be absolutely hammered with heat. The only breaks we may have are pop-up thunderstorms, which I am so hoping for, because there are a few things in this world I love more than a good pop-up thunderstorm. Getting out and waiting around in the water. But there is, of course, the other thing I have to remind you, for a few more days, I'm trying to hold off. I'd like to hold off till after the 5th, when I can afford to do a bulk order, if they'll let me. Print costs on Amazon are going up, folks. And most people who watch this show are independent authors publishing through KDP. If you are buying anything from Amazon, you need to get it now because it will be more expensive later. My prices will regrettably go up as well. I have yet to see how bad, and they may need tweaking for number sense, but we will do what we can. So, with that, another shout out to Brian K. Morris. Brian, it was great seeing you on the Tuesday No Warning. If you aren't following Brian K. Morris, he's the man that this little block is an homage of, taken from a countdown clock prepared by Skunk Rocker, aka Kyle Guthrie, who did a wonderful work on it. I just kept getting dinged for it, so I had to stop using the countdown clock. Plus, it brought a little more anxiety. That being said, I am going to hit the lovely comments and see who's saying what this beautiful, I mean, it really is a gorgeous early summer morning. And folk, yeah, well, we're past Memorial Day. If there's anything you did fun over this weekend, let me know. We'd love to know your accountability and answer any questions that have come up through the assorted conversations I am having before we get through this hour. And you know what? Because we are at the 15-minute mark or later, I am going to run a brief commercial. Let's see. I'm going to run one for my man Frog G. I haven't run this commercial in a while. It's a little loud, but y'all have fun with it.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
And yes, folks, I try to take that 15-minute timer to get up and stretch a little bit. It gives me a break. I recommend you do the same thing. Big deep breath. Get some clear air in. And let's see what your comments are saying. Good morning. Good morning, Alex Creation. You're getting this into the spirit things at 9:15. Whoo! They're making my day a little bright. Follow them. Follow Alex Creation. They are doing amazing art time lapses and art programs. I do that. My brain just went amazing. Beep. Follow Alex. Alec is great. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Hey, Alec. So we got Carl in the house. We got Donna. Hey, Donna. I have not been able to sit and chat with Carl and Donna in a while. I haven't been able to make some of my late night programming. I need to, because I miss those two. Alec and Donna. Morning. Morning, folks. Good morning, Rich. I hope you're having a better one than you have. Things should keep trucking down the line. Hey, Rich. Hello, Rich. Calvin, I heard you open that closet door. Dad. Ha! You missed it. Morning. Morning, Don Bulas. Who, among other things, is, of course, the creator of the Georgette and Buddy stories, in which these two fashionable felines discuss their mischief that they're going to do as soon as Dawn leaves. And I love the idea, and it has become headcanon that as soon as Dawn leaves the room, they both like morph into their little Victorian versions, causing havoc. It's just one of those things that the back of my mind decides impossible, but so cool, I'll allow it. Much like a part of me will always believe that there's a plesiosaur living in Loch Ness. I know it's impossible, but it makes my world a little brighter. And if I'm going to have delusions, let's have them be grand ones. Anyway, where are we? Oh, now he's in here for mommy cuddling consolation. I see how it is. Good morning, Dawn. Poor cat. Poor Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Best greeting. I was busy searching for that keyword for Dawn. That keyboard for Dawn. Still looking. Welcome to my mind. Don't mind the mess. Haha. Don't mind the mess is my mantra. What kind of keyboard are you looking for, Dawn? Hey, Dawn. Hey. Dawn says, I grabbed my nuts today. Another bag slipped. Dumped a basket of other food stuff and it tipped over everything. The basket landed on the floor. Oh, God. That was my day yesterday. Everything that could fall down fell down. In the course of 3 minutes, the cats had taken out the folding table I was sorting things on, pulled down the curtains, utter chaos. And you're just sitting there as like dust is floating through the air in the rubble of what was a morning, going, what? Why? How? What did I do to deserve this? Oh. Lament! Anyway. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. Now, see, not many people know this, but Donna keeps the mojo in the dojo. Yes, she is the smoothest lady coming in on the airwaves, and we love having her come on by. Alex stole some I stole some clothes from my friends. They won't fit him anymore. Exquisite, Alec. I had this crazy idea that people should be able to dress however they want that they can afford. Shocking, I know. I should mention that the kids' food and water bowls are in front of the shelf. Of course. And Georgette was whisker deep in her bro's food bowl. Was Omniversal Inc. Hi, everybody. Hi, Damien. How are you? The question is, are you feeling omniversal? Are you bonita? You're looking bonita. Anyway, hey, hi, Omni. Hi, Alec and Omni. That's Damien, right? Damien, but yeah. I'm wondering if I should change my name back. I'm wondering. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to promote your company, keep it the same. We will learn. If you're trying to promote you, maybe there's maybe you can put brackets Damien Waldron at the end. Okay. Sorry about that. Hello. No. Ask the questions always. Sounds like a mess, Dawn. Hey, Damien. Do whatever you want. Either way is cool. Which is basically, I truly believe if you're not hurting anybody, it's not hurting anybody. It's not illegal. It's not immoral. And that takes definition. Everybody involved is adult and consensual. It's not my place to judge. I'm just trying to keep myself on the narrow path. I'm not good enough to, balance out for too many others. Wasn't too bad of a mess, but maybe little Miss will be scared of that bowl. Well, one can hope. No problem, Dawn. I've been called worse. Nick's notes can be stored next to the Voynich manuscript. Who said I didn't want that? No. That actually is one of those where things you think about, if you were suddenly immortal, what would you do? Man, puzzling over the Voynich manuscript would be a great way to spend a chunk as a hobby. Just solving problems. And speaking of the elegant, the obscure, and the unknowable. Good morning, Bonser Boker. How are you doing? Nick is excited to draw Nitsu. Of course I'm excited to draw Nitsu. Don't be daft. Doing a birthday stream this Sunday, combined with a writing sprint for the Association of Ishtar RPG. Please give it a follow. Yes, sir. And there is the link for Bonsert's stuff. Yes. Hello. Hey, Bonsert. Hey, Donna. I walked home from a friend's place. Already getting hot out. Yeah, I did some outdoor stuff. I might not be able to do much, especially with the air quality. But, everybody take care, be smart. God, it sounded like I was signing out there. Hello, Bonsert. Did some redecorating. Started working on the final chapters of Casket Girls. Oh, that's so cool. Hello, Dawn. 8 watching. Only 3 likes. You know what to do. Don't make me get out the look. Yeah, guys, please hit that like button. I am an individual who the algorithm does not like because I promote my channels on a lot of stuff. And I talk about fencing, which they think makes me a Second Amendment channel. It causes all sorts of trouble because the word weapon, when I use it, I'm referring to trainers, usually. Kickstarter.com project/Victorian collection antique Della mode playing cards with a tailored twist. Ooh. Stepped away. Hi, new people, which I guess I still am since I set an alarm not to miss the show. Oh, it happens. No worries. Sorry, Nick. I dare not move. I'm charging the Fitbit and don't want any wasted steps. Oh, that's funny. A Kickstarter for a friend of mine for steampunk-inspired playing cards. Wonderful. If I can get through enough of my commission stuff, I do have a dream of doing a complete set of custom playing cards. I want to hand draw playing cards for my own use. I don't know if I could ever get them printed or not, but old tricks, old habits from an earlier age. Jeesh, Donna. No, really. Thanks for the reminder. Morning, all. Morning, Nick. Morning, Joe. Joe's in the house, and I love his little ad, so I'm going to run his little ad. I should run his big ad, but his big ad takes a huge chunk of time, and I haven't edited it. Where is his? Oh, here we go. Where did the little ad go?
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Yes, I was rocking out to, I would say rocking out. I'd say grooving to Joe's old music. It just hits, man. It just hits. And I hope you're doing well, Joe. Morning, Jody. Hello, Jody. Jody. Morning, Don Dulas. Ooh, I can write that in a story on the page. I can write in that story on the page from today. Yes. Oh, you got to paint off your arms. Wonderful. Now, as an artist, I'm usually covered in paint, Sharpie, WD-40. I was nearly very pretty gold. Accountability. Oh, Joe's got accountability. We are at the end, working on page 45, where the main commentary team makes their recap of the event. before the main event. That's right. Finally, we are going to have the Brawl for All, the Rumble for the Bumbles. Joe D. McPhee, Brian K. Morris, who will host Comic Book Spectrum. What's that? Rodman is sneaking around the back. What's he doing with that folding chair? Wham! Anyway, you always have to have some heel sneaking around the back with a folding chair. It's just necessary. Accountability. Next will be Senorita Maria versus Olympia for the IC Championship. Issue 4 is almost done graphically. Well, all your issues are a little graphic there, Joe. I love it. Okay, let's keep on. Accountability. I also liking the format change I made to Saturday's show. Giving up focus on crowdfunders and interviews has helped me stay on track with my projects. That's the thing. You got to build everybody up, but you can only build people up from your platform. So occasionally, and boy, does this hurt my soul to say it, you have to be like, no, got to take care of my business for a bit. That's an arc I'm slowly resetting into. I'm building up the off-screen stuff, building up the health again, to build up the platform, to build up you guys. Because the better I do for me, the better I do for you. You have to be active, not reactive. In short, you have to be your own villain. Ooh, I found a marble. I don't know why I have a marble. I won't have it long, because once my son finds out I have a marble, he will want the marble. But it's in my pocket now. Anyway, hey, Joe. Hi, Carl. What's been again? It's one of those days for him. Yep. Accountability. Last doctor appointment went well. Yesterday, it was my new PCP. She said, I hope she stays as awesome as she was yesterday. That's wonderful. I got comment dump. Comment dump. Comment dump. Yep. Okay, cool. Yes, Jody. Woke up with a sinus headache. Aunt Duma thought I was mad at her. Nope, just pain. You know what? There's all that smoke and particulate matter from the Canadian wildfires that's really affected the weather over here. And especially it was curling down ugly in Illinois. So that might be what's causing you trouble, Carl. Ooh, playing cards. Now, these, if I did the set, I mean, they could be used for playing cards, but that wouldn't be their purpose. I used to have a bit of a trick of reading playing cards about 3 incarnations ago. And I do like to keep some of my older tricks and abilities, functional. On the premise, if I ever lose, dang near everything, what can I do to make enough money to eat? And my mind thinks that way. But yes, normally these days I play a lot of Magic. And yes, Alec, I've heard rumors you are interested in playing Magic. I'll be happy to advise a little bit on that front, as will Ricky. It's funky weather, Carl. It really is. Plus, the cottonwood, I believe, is blooming. So it's been pretty much a nightmare for anybody who's allergic. I'm allergic to everything. No, Jody. That is when I get my steps in. Not charged yet. Dang, Fitbit! Fitbit! Now there's just an image of, Carl Witzman kneeling in the rain with his hands up like this and head down as his charging Fitbit lays in front of him. No! I've been around too many comic book guys. The algorithm never likes me. LOL. Oh no, not the Fitbit! And Joseph Duma said, I got your sinus headache right here with her makeshift guillotine. Cool, Dawn. Yeah, we think Dawn's pretty cool. Whoa! Comment down. Cinnamon tea and fireball, Joe. That'd clear. Did Nick lose another marble or found one of mine? I don't know. That's the odd thing. It's a yellow cat's eye, very faint. Here, I do like cat's eye marbles. Um, I know it's a little basic, but there's some classics. My favorite are just like the clear marbles, though. I love clear marbles. Sorry, Joe, but I'm laughing at the IC Championship. It's the oh god, it's the abbreviation for her bladder disease, interstitial cystitis. Interstitial cystitis. I will win the strap.
Dawn, my dear.
You do realize you made everyone in of an artsy mind with wrestling background, wrestling interest backgrounds go, but what is her wrestling outfit? Anyhow, probably found one of yours. You want the strap, Dawn? Behave. Pulls out belt. Yeah, see, I knew that was coming. God, that is fun, and that make you the brand new IC champion. Ntf. Now she's just holding up a belt. Let me guess. You know exactly, might be next to the keyboard. Concerning playing cards for my own stuff, just not sure how to do it. Did have a nice idea for illustrations for the Anwin novel. Very cool. For non-wrestling or a wrestling fan, I see his Intercontinental Championship. Lauren? Lori Calcaterra is doing a deck for Pale of the Pale Rider. Ooh. I gave Phoenix's brother a really good card. Him and your wife states it's out of my circus deck. Path of the Pale Rider. It happens. Well, we'll work on that sort of thing. Let's see. It's out. Looks like a good time to run another ad for some good folks. And I know she's not here, but Kat is off, and I want to run her commercial.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
I love Kat, and I love her work, and I want to try and get her on the show this summer. I got to reach out to her. Dogwood is out. That too. Basically everything is blooming right now, and with that sudden heat burst, it thinks it's the middle of summer. We just got cooked, and I'm really hoping that the pop-up rains will deaden down that and get some more water on the garden because it's hard to keep up. Now, I'm kind of excited in that I also, and I don't think I mentioned it, assuming all goes well, which I have to be contacted, and the guy does his business later evening, an old friend of mine, Taylor Furlow, who is a fellow game designer. I knew him from the Arcticon, and I playtested some stuff with him for Jimbo. Not Jim Bear. I lost his last name, and he designed my favorite Mac. Anyway, it'll come to me later. But he reached out and he wants some art for one of the game manuals, and I am working. And assuming everything works out, I'm going to do that and knock some else stuff out for him. And yeah, I am kind of undercharging, but I'm doing it because one, he's an old friend. Two, this book was something he and my buddy Ben Starkey worked on. I'm assuming it's the same game. And let's be honest, the guy's a vet. He lost most of his sight while he was operating a tank. And if you can't cut a vet a discount, sorry, I'm the kind of guy who believes in putting my money where my mouth is. So I'm going to hook him up and help get another game going for somebody, which always works. I love being parts of things like that. So that is in my to do. Let's see. We got some more comments. Whew. Okay, where did we go? As I just had a sneezing attack, stupid allergies. I am working on some most evil art pieces for my OCs, figuring out the name, hardest part, but making the backstory, oh God, best part. Absolutely. And one great thing for writers, I encourage you, find at least a rules-light RPG system or rules heavy. There are a lot I can recommend where you can dig around and play in the background a bit. Character creation from an RPG standpoint is wonderful because it can give you stats for combat, so you can actually figure out the likelihood of them succeeding something if you're not sure. It can give you a better understanding of how to organize your character. If you're going to do something long-term, fully fleshed out, there's nothing wrong with making a character sheet for your characters. It's something that sometimes works really well. Now, me, I'm a pantser of an author. I always have been, and I write short stuff and I get it out. But when I'm doing game design, it gets real note heavy real fast, and my wall of knowledge starts going, which I have to actually clear some things off because some things have gotten lost in the process. Like this was the March 1st deadline for everything I needed to have done for the new revisal stuff for hybrids. I am long past that, so I don't need that anymore. And I will just pitch that nicely instead of chucking it across the room in a peek. I have a lot of things on here that need to be tweaked or redone, and or I have memorized. So there's that. So we're working on things. We're moving forward. Let's see. Don Dulas, as long as it's not the ICP championship, maybe the NTA, never mind the accountability championship. Yeah, because the ICP championship is definitely going to the great Malenko. You just unlocked something from my dark and confused past I was not prepared for today. And now it's knocking on the window. Anyway, to my room, which was one of the creepiest songs I've ever heard. The other day, I went out to feed the stray cats. It looked like it was snowing. Pollen attack. Yes. If it's the ICP championship, do go chicken hunting. You better bring your Fanta. Going outside to weed whack, I have to wear hat, sunglasses, breathing mask, and gloves. It's my own hazmat suit. I basically run a hat, sunglasses, anytime I go out, I should wear the breathing mask, but I am one of those people who, because I have not just sleep apnea, but apnea, breathing is actually very difficult for me. I'm sure some of it's the scars. I have some scarring on my lungs. I have for a long time. And just the fact that my face was broken a few times, it's obstructive. Masks suck. I wore them during the pandemic. People do not understand how much I hated that. Breathing should not be paid. Huge shout out to Brian Rodman, who handles this thing so well. Don Dulos ICP championship defended in a KFC run and gun match. Nick just asked where we went off the rails as usual. Correction, KFC. Wow, see, I knew where you were going right there because my brain just went. Now I need to paste Don's face on a female wrestler's body. Carl Piper Niven. Nice. I'll go look. I read it as KFC. Look, you're speaking to a chunky monkey. I know my way around KFC. It's not the best, but it works. People still haven't learned not to get me started on creative thinking when I'm in a good mood. I might not stop. Oh, absolutely. I don't get off the rails because I'm Gromit. And I'm on the train just laying the rails in front of me as I go. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to get there fast. Same. Head full, not empty. I will go full squirrel once I get a chance. Speaking of RPGs, are there any systems that delve into the alchemy of metallurgy? Not sure. If you need alchemy help, I know an alchemist. Or you want access to the single greatest reference of the genealogy of Arthur Pendragon in all his various forms. His name is Glyn. You should be able to find him easily on my assorted friends lists. He comments regularly. I need to reach out to him, by the way. I don't know about alchemy of metallurgy offhand. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was deep in the indie realm. The problem is new games are popping up like, dandelions out here. Found Piper Nevin, I'll be in my bunk. Or good vehicle rules. Good vehicle rules are actually really hard to find in RPGs. You'll find a lot more in tabletop wargaming. So you may want to run any vehicular combat wargaming. Riffs. If you can work out from the mega damage concept, looking into Rifts and possibly Palladium, but definitely Rifts would have decent vehicle rules. I'll have to go. I'm going in the way back file. Check GURPS. I would be shocked if there wasn't a good vehicle rule set on GURPS. D20 never handled vehicles well. It's just not a play mode they do well, to the point that WotC didn't put vehicle. Hello? Oh, okay. Thank you, Xander. Sorry, I heard a bump, and I just was going to find out if it was one of mine or not. Yeah, I would point you to there are actual vehicle rules in the full version of the Base Plus 2 system, which the Hybrids one should be coming out fairly soon, and the core Base Plus 2 core rules that aren't tied to anybody's mythology will be coming out on Amazon as well very soon. Carl, Bonzer. Unfortunately, I can't help with that. Don't mind me. I'm just drawing in the background. I'm listening, just quiet. No, you're fine. You're fine. I do that all the time on streams. It's a great way to get stuff done. It gives you that like you're hanging out with friends feel. Um, but I got quiet, so let's run an ad. Carl loves the creepy and the obscure, and it's delightful whenever I find something he references. Uh, 3 more days till I reach that year. I'm very proud of myself. What year? Well, I'll let you ponder that question. Let's see. Oh, does anyone have any conventions coming up in the fairly near future? Amanda is a little swamped with some problems at the library right now, but the plans for LibraryCon are forming, and we just need to reach out to some people. This will probably be another small year, with next year hopefully being the year that we make a big jump. I have plans for unofficial FezCon. Hey, chat. Hey, Grey Wolf. What have you been up to, my friend? And ooh, we are getting close. Heading to Deadhead. You're heading to Deadwood, South Dakota. That'd be for Michaela's show next week with someone. I assume it's Michaela. No, I have no beef with her. Yeah. Hey, unless there's someone else. Ooh, is there tea? Can it spill? But okay. I think I know what's going on. Cool. Anyhow, wow, guys, yeah, the conventions are starting up. No, any was an oops. LOL. It happens. I just thought of a project I could do for FMC, some comics about Medal of Honor recipients. I think that would be wonderful, and I would put forth, if you do, I don't know if you have the means to do it, but bare minimum, please promote Mission 22 to prevent veteran suicide. Possibly see if you can't reach out to make a donation with some of your profits from that, because I think that would be a great way to honor some of the great, most heroic people who've ever walked this earth, and do good with it. Is there tea? Can it spill? Yes. Good gossip is one of my weaknesses. I do love to hear it. I just got bit on the ankle by starving Calvin. Not starving. That cat is wasting away. Calvin, naughty boy. Wow, Dawn. That was a little more Dom than Dawn normally runs. Good on you. Anyway, it sounds like folks are getting really wound down. So Let me check my ads real quick. See whose ad I need to run. Let's see. I'm going to run Life on Quora. That is such a Life on Quora is such a good project, and that's one of those. It's literally on my birthday list. I want to get that that volume. Looks like everybody is getting ready and everybody's signing off. So I'm not going to argue with getting a couple minutes out. Bye, Alec. If you need to get a hold of me, you know how. If you guys have any new projects, be sure to hit me up. Let me know what's coming down the pipe. I have a little man who's up who needs some assistance. So I will be taking care of that in just a moment. Friends, please just, don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to keep creating. Keep making whatever your art is, because you can edit it and you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I will be back Friday for both the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 o'clock and Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern. Feels so late. Where we'll talk some more. I have stuff I'm working on. And I will see you all very soon. I love you.